Now, when someone is forced to flee an abusive home, survivors often escape having to leave their entire lives and belongings behind. The charity Refuge, the largest domestic abuse charity here in the UK, has welcomed a campaign by a Londoner to help provide free storage for personal belongings. The facility is being created in a derelict car park with the help of a team of volunteers, as Frankie McCamley has been finding out.
I've taken over 37 garages and I'm converting them into a domestic violence storage space for people who are surviving domestic violence to be able to come and store their stuff for free.
Beryl started renting this space from the council a year ago.
Is that they have to spend nearly £800 a month on storage fees.
Even though the site isn't ready yet, 3 people escaping abuse are already using it.
This space has gone from the sewage drainage having an overflow to having complete and utter disaster on the floor and having that washed out, putting water in, putting lighting in now, sweeping out and getting all of the spaces ready. Thank you so much for coming today.
He's also got a team of volunteers and managed to join forces with a local college that's providing students studying plumbing, electrics and carpentry.
So this is phase 2. I find it quite overwhelming coming in and seeing the amount of space that's here.
It's hard to really get a sense of how big this place is. It's basically a disused underground car park that's not been touched for 30 years. We can't give you the exact location because this is going to be used by families who are escaping domestic abuse and violence. Beryl feels he needs to help others in this position after escaping domestic abuse as a child himself.
I was a child within a relationship that had domestic violence involved. Obviously, I didn't have much toys with me when we had left. That's something that's always stuck with me through life, not having enough.
This woman, whose identity we need to protect, escaped an abusive relationship. When she found an opportunity to get away, she knew she had to leave all of her belongings behind.
There's many layers why it's frightening to leave, but the idea that you can't take any of your things with you, it's such a barrier that will stop people leaving. It's hard enough psychologically anyway, but then the idea that you then have to restart from the ground up, well, I think that will stop people leaving.
When she finally got her things, she had to pay hundreds a month to store them, forcing her into debt.
Every day I'm shocked by what people have to do to leave a domestic abuse situation. There's so many resources available that are from big charities and things like that, but the trickle-down effect is rarely visible. This is something that can really help. I think everybody should be doing things like this.
There is not anywhere near enough out there in terms of being able to support those fleeing domestic abuse to be able to put their belongings. It's just woeful at the moment, and therefore, what is being proposed here is extremely welcome.
Beryl has already been contacted by groups in other countries who now want to set up similar projects, turning empty spaces like these into a lifeline. Frankie McCamley, BBC London.
Well, if you or someone you know may need help or support on the issues raised in Frankie's report there, the BBC has pulled together a list of organisations that can provide advice and information in confidence. Just search BBC Action Line.